Virginia McCaskey was also a trailblazer in charity. Bears Care was the charitable arm of the organization.
The charity donated more than $29 million to organizations fighting cancer, serving Chicago youth, working in education, and much more. Courtney Sisk talks to people on the receiving end of that generosity.
Virginia's a bear herself. You hear me? For living that long, you got to be a bear. Like, you got to be that strong of a woman.
Virginia McCaskey will not only be remembered by her strength and leadership, but also her dedication to lending a helping hand.
They've just been a relentless partner in a way that we can bring hope and impact to the young people who oftentimes are forgotten about. They're on the margins.
Through her charitable organization, Bears Care, millions of dollars have gone back to the community that cheers them on each season. Pastor Philip Jackson at the Firehouse Community Arts Center knows the McCaskey's impact all too well.
The McCaskeys and the Bears have been joining us here at the Firehouse since 2015, but overall in Lawndale since the 70s. They have helped put basketball floors down at Lawndale Christian Community Church. They've helped to support different organizations, and they are just champions for our cause.
For the past 10 years, they've partnered to pack food for the North Lawndale community and help provide hope for youth in Chicago. Bears Care has also donated to cancer patients at area hospitals. Most recently, Advocate Healthcare this past October for patients undergoing chemotherapy. Their gala also benefits research for breast and ovarian cancer.
Just that relentless care. It's just so, it helps us know that our work, that we're not alone in this work. Virginia, to me, is an example of faithfulness, loyalty, and represents Chicago.
What does it mean to be celebrating 100 years of Bears football?
I always hope that our present-day players and coaches once in a while give a little thought to the early teams and the beginnings of the National Football League.
What made you fall in love with football at a young age?
It was so important to my dad. I mean, that was his life. Mm-hmm. And anything that was important to him just automatically became very important to me.
How much pride do you take in being one of the first women of football? I mean, of being the matriarch, not just for the Bears, but for the league itself?
Pride is a word I try to avoid, because I'm in this position due to my inheritance. I haven't done anything to earn it. I still consider it a man's world, and I'm very grateful to be involved as much as I am. I think it's a great privilege, and I have to make sure that I don't disappoint.
Somebody big just died. Chicago Bears owner and matriarch Virginia McCaskey is dead at 102 years old. Mike North is here to help deliver her eulogy. Mike, long time no see, my friend.
Yeah, it's been a little dry, no doubt about it. Bob Euchre was our last one, Jimmy Carter before that, and we just had usually January and February for deaths are plentiful. Especially celebrities, and this January was very fortunate for people. So, we had a lot of things going on in this country, with the fires and everything else. So,
sure,
we had some other tragedies. So, hopefully everybody's starting to get themselves together. But Virginia McCaskey, I mean, I thought she was going to live forever, and I'm very, very cognizant of the fact that I've only known one ownership in my 72 years, and that's the Hallis McCaskey ownership, and we'll get to that in a minute. But first, we have to, as you know, when somebody does die, they make arrangements, and the arrangements you got to make, you make with Cumberland Chapels. I don't care. You're talking the top car. I drive a Cadillac. I love a steak, a good steak, a ribeye. For a funeral chapels, you want the top, okay? You want the '90s Bulls. You want McDonald's over 2 billion sold. You want Cumberland Chapels. They're right there for you. And they take care. There's your testimonials, recent services of great people. The Northwest staple of the Northwest Side forever in Chicago. Cumberland Chapel's right there. It's a big. That takes up the whole block there. As you can see, there are 4 or 5 chapels. You got a beautiful Rotunda, right there at 8300 West Lawrence Avenue, Norwich, Illinois, 708-456, 8300 Cumberland Chapels. Then you head on over to Pennyville Station, whether after the funeral or you want to have rehearsal dinner for weddings or you want to have a small wedding, a private room. They got great food. I've been there a few times in the last month. Great place right there in Park Ridge, right there at the train station. You know, you get off at that train station in downtown Park Ridge. It's right across the street there. Tony Antonacci. Great place. There's myself. I was with my buddy Jesse Rogers yesterday, as a matter of fact. Tony Antonacci right there. 112 Main Street, Park Ridge, Illinois. And, well, let's talk about it. I mean, first of all, my mother is 95. Okay, so I want to give condolences because I know no matter how old your mother is, it's your mother.
Mike.
And she, from what I'm hearing, I ran into a couple people yesterday, talked to them that are in the know. She just died. She died in her sleep. That's it. Nothing. I mean, the body just stopped. And what a fortunate.
What a life.
Yeah, 102 years. And she raised a great family. Was a good mom. She was the secretary of the Bears when Papa Bear owned it. She was the daughter. There she is. Not a bad looker back in the day. Married Ed McCaskey. There's Ed. Looks like his kid Michael. Had a bunch of kids. They were married in 1943. Ed died in 2003. There he is. Where's the other hand, Ed? There she is with this on the sidelines. 11 children, including Michael and George. Her father, George, mother, Minnie. Her brother, who passed away, this how this whole thing transpired, George Hallis Jr. She was the principal owner of the Chicago Bears from 1983 to 2025. Okay.
Unreal.
Yeah, she had a hell of a run. So, you know, one day you're a housewife, you're the secretary of the Bears. The next day you own one of the great franchises in NFL history. Now, we honor her. We honor her time as an owner. But as she said, she inherited the team.
That's right.
She says, I didn't do anything. And you want to know something? And there's my girl. I used to love Marion. I haven't seen Marion for a long time. Oh, yeah. We worked in the same building. Good lady. Anyway, she had a football team. She had the responsibility to bring a winner. And just like my own mother, who's 95 and may she live to be 100, she's done some wonderful things. So did Virginia McCaskey. But my mother had shortcomings, Joe. When my mother passes, yes, I will say she couldn't cook as an Italian woman worth a damn. Okay? As far as raising us, she was half-assed. I will say that. But she was a great mother. Okay? That I'll say the truth. So I must say the truth for Virginia McCaskey. Now, first of all, her biggest mistake is owner of the Bears. Okay? And that's what she's known for.
Absolutely. No doubt.
Was hiring her kids to run the team. Should have never done that. Should have never given it to the kids. She should have run the team. The kids, there's like 1 million grandkids. They should have split. You know, she runs the ownership. She would have still owned the team. But the mistake was first naming Michael, who she had to fire, who made my career basically in 93, I think it was, or 92, when we argued right on the air for 15, 20 minutes. And then George. And it has not worked out. Okay. Nice lady. Everything I've heard about her. Sweetheart. But I heard the word icon. I heard the word legend written about her and said about her. There's no way.
She doesn't even feel that way, Mike.
No. She's one of the worst owners in football history. Period. I don't care. Woman, man, alien. It don't matter. She owned one of the great franchises. And she blew it. She had a team ready for it, and she broke it up afterwards. She even admits she's not much of a football person. And yet she owned the team. And she named people that weren't persistent in putting together a football team. And she's still struggling to do the same. So I heard all sorts of great testimonials as far as a person, as far as it being a churchgoer, as far as being. But she was also
helping the community. Yeah.
But she was a member of the Lucky Sperm Club. Okay. And she got a football team that I mean, really, she was older than the stadium that they play in by 1 year. She was born in 1923. Soldier Field was completed in 1924.
Yep.
It's almost embarrassing. And they still don't have a new stadium. They've boondoggled that. The future of the Bears, nobody knows what it is. It's very quiet right now out of respect. But God bless her. Great run. But as far as a football owner, one of the worst of all time. And there's no getting around it. And her being older and being genteel and being sweet kept the dogs off her. And she had the guys. She even admits it's a man's world. The men took the heat that they deserved, that the whole team deserved.
Well, that's why I pulled that clip in the beginning, Mike. I thought it was interesting that she talked about how she feels like she didn't earn anything because it was her inheritance. And she's
That's what I always said, Joe. That's why I said Lucky Sperm Club. She knows it. She knew it. Muggs was next in line. And then he drops. And he would have put together a football team because him and his dad had to put together the 80s team together. The Finkses, the Venices. So, you know, they won Super Bowl 20. Then Wilbur Marshall gone. Willie Gott gone.
Everything.
They start weeding everything out. We hired this group. We've gone through 3 coaches. We still don't have a stadium. I mean, she's so old. When she turned 17, her dad bought her a brand new, this old 1950 Ford. Are you kidding?
Mike, we don't have many people on this show that are over 100 years old.
No. I mean, Bob Uecker was old. We considered old.
Yeah.
But you know what? Her ownership is an utter failure. Period.
Absolutely. There's no way around it. I mean, it's fact.
I don't care how many you kisses her way. I'm not a hypocrite. I battled with that family since 92. I watched their product since 62. Horrid. Yeah. Little did she know 63 would be one of the only 2 that she'd ever know.
That's right.
So it was her family's. Well, I don't know what's going to happen, Joe. I don't know if they're going to sell the team. I know they got a bunch of grandkids. They got kids. I mean, it's absolutely insane. 11 children. You got to believe some of them would like to get rid of this albatross that has been around here. Okay, George Hallister looks a little bit like Sam Giancana. You know what I mean? Back in the day. Guy wore sunglasses indoors. You know what I mean? So
that's right. It's funny what you were saying about selling the team, Mike. I was actually talking to my wife today, and I was like,
"Are you guys going to buy?"
I wish. No, I can't afford the Bears. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But they got so many kids and grandkids and great grandkids. Someone's got to pay for them to go to college, right?
They want to sell. I would say probably most of them want to sell. It's hard to believe that they would be, out of football because the dad bought the team for $100, folks. Now,
what an investment, Mike.
Oh, an investment. That's right. And it's only going to get better. Now, I also know this. She was born when she turned 16. It was 1950. I thought,
Jesus.
Yeah, 1950. Gasoline in 1950 was 27 cents. The new car Papa Bear bought her was $1,300. Okay.
Oh my God.
A hotel was $5 a night. Tomato soup was 10 cents a can. Milk was 83 cents a gallon.
Oh man.
Eggs. We've been hearing about eggs. 60 cents a dozen. Oh. Okay. A pair of shoes was $2.90. All right. Stamps were 3 cents. A kitchen chair. Chair breaks. $1.98. Now you go somewhere, you got to take out a mortgage, for God's sake,
Oh my gosh.
So a movie ticket, 65 cents. And rent for a nice apartment, 5 rooms, $75 a month. So that's how long a run she had, and she had a great run, Joe. So
And that's
You
how
know,
old she is now. Well, was.
was. Look at that. A blessed life, inherited a team, great mother, great family. They were very charitable. Sweetheart of a lady, from what I understand. So our
Big
condolences.
family.
Yeah, our condolences on behalf of. There wasn't a whole lot about Virginia McCaskey. Joe did the best he could, folks. Because she was one of the most private people. No
Very
pictures.
private.
Very private. Joe did a tremendous job. I go to my wife, Phoebe, last night. I go, what's Joe? I hardly even, I met the woman once, okay, at Malnati's in
That's
Lincoln.
it? Really?
Yeah. Oh, no.
I'm
Joe.
surprised, Mike.
Oh, no, Joe. And,
Oh, she probably had a hit out for you, right?
well, if I was running through the property, they'd be on horseback. Okay, what I mean? They wouldn't be calling the cops. There'd be rifles being cocked. That's all I'm going to tell you. But, yeah, well, God bless her. And God bless the family. And Joe, you have any parting words? I mean, I know,
just one of the biggest names in Chicago sports.
Yeah, it's
not necessarily the best reputation in terms of on the field performance, but for off the field and how she handled herself publicly and charitable donations. All great stuff.
Credit to her dad. Great point. On behalf of Cumberland Chapels, on behalf of Pennyville Station, on behalf of all you folks that tune in on all the different platforms to check us out, we're glad to be back. And we probably will see you down the line. Hopefully, we did not have a lot of deaths in January. Hopefully, the good luck continues for people. But Virginia McCaskey, 102 years old. God bless her. Somebody big just died. Good night.